Ladies and gents, welcome back. If you are just joining us, my name is Nikolai, and I have recently just spent a few hours teaching you guys how to create an amazing light page object model framework from scratch. We coded it together. And after we coded that framework along the way, we wrote our test. And the test that we wrote is located over here on the right side, and the way the test started out is on the left side. And we are now going to compare them. But before we do that, I just wanted to mention that if you did not watch the first portion of this, you need to go back and figure out how to code the framework so that you can understand everything much better. And if you want the code, it's located here for free at my GitHub account, github.com/nadvolod/lightpalm framework tutorial. And I actually have other frameworks in there that you can grab. So if you just end up in my GitHub account /nadvolod, you can see my frameworks. And the Lightpalm framework tutorial is what you want. And so once you have the code, you can easily follow along, or you can watch these videos and code the framework along with me as I do, which is the best thing to do. And I highly recommend it because it will allow you to learn it much better. As you write the code, make mistakes, and fix those mistakes, everything is going to stick in your mind much better. Because just remember, the goal of this is not to finish the course as fast as possible. The goal of this is for you to become an amazing automation engineer so that you can walk into any interview, nail the interview, and get the job of your dreams with the salary of your dreams. So take the time, do the due diligence, and do the hard work. Anyways, with all of that said, let's take a look at our two tests. One here on the left, which was initially what we started with, which was valid user can successfully log in. And then through several iterations, we got to valid user can successfully log in version 4. And look how much cleaner this test is on the right versus the test on the left. First of all, if you include all of the using statements and these brackets, it's only 17 lines long compared to this monstrosity of 31 lines long. This test is almost half as short as this other test here on the left. And the reason why we could get there is because of a bunch of good automation testing best practices. So just a quick reminder into those. Some of those that we followed were the DRY principle that says don't repeat yourself. We followed also the page object pattern. We tackled the low-hanging fruit by creating a very simple quick test. We did not over-engineer our code, and we made sure to follow the Yagni principle. And also along the way, we followed the KISS principle. Also, we let our test development drive the framework development, right? Do you guys remember how we were writing the test? And as we were writing the test, we were creating the framework along the way. That actually helps with this Yagni principle because we only create what we need. We did not create anything else and overthink our test and over-engineer things. So using all those principles, that's how we were able to go from the test on the right to the test on the left. And you guys can see it's a drastic difference. This test on the right is very reusable, very easy to read. It's basically a self-documenting test that tells you exactly what the functionality should be, right? That if you log in with a valid username and password, that you can successfully log in. This, on the other hand, is much less repeatable. It has so many things that are hard-coded into here. So if you ever needed to go to a different environment or use a different driver, or we needed to find a different element for this user login or send in a different string, it would be extremely hard. We would have to go back to every single test that we created and modify those tests. So the advantages, I think, are pretty clear when you compare them side by side. And as we make more tests, you guys will see those advantages with clear vision.